We've seen in this couple of presentations where there was a relative sector valuation in which way you kind of move your investments from one to the other. So in the sense that one anomaly that we are seeing in the Indian market, specifically to the equity, is like, okay, every day we hear that Nifty is kind of broken higher. But when we look at, and similarly for the US market, so S&P breaks higher, but there are just like 5 tech stocks or the FANG stocks there, and there are about 8-10 stocks in Indian market. Absolutely. And when you look at S&P on a broader or a bigger index, or if you look at Nifty 500 or Nifty other, the returns are like all over the place. So, I mean, do you also kind of think that as an analyst, as a technical analyst, something can really help you in kind of taking a decision, okay, this is where I need to kind of get out of this sector? And
so I think that's a very interesting question, and a lot of debate has gone about that. The fact that the top 8-9 stocks globally in most indices are actually leading those indices. Nifty is making a high, but only the top 8-10 stocks are contributing the maximum amount of percentage. Similar in the US, similar in Japan, and and so forth. In terms of that, while as a fundamental thought process would be these are overshooting, right? And from a valuation perspective, they might look like in a bubble. Again, technical analysis helps you here, because unless technically the stock has broken a downtrend or the momentum, it will keep you in that trade. So you will, as a trend follower, as a technical guy who's got in at X level, unless you see the trend coming off, it will keep. You can have a trailing stop loss, that will keep making you make money. But if I don't look at that from a technical aspect and I say no, things are overbought, or they're overstretched and they're in a bubble, I will take profits off, and be happy with the amount of money I've made. The reality is markets can continue to do that over the next 6 months, 9 months, 1 year. We don't know when that trend would stop. So again, in that regard, I think it's very important to realize that in a trend, whatever may be your threshold of fundamentally that you're getting into a bubble, I would say rather than just make a call that you want to take everything off the table, you rather use technical analysis to your best advantage and optimize yourself again, And I think globally, to answer your main question, like what can solve this pool of money that is riding into large quality bubbles, I think it is a lot to do with the amount of money that is going into passive funds. They are buying the same stocks, and as more money is pulling into the same stocks, momentum is feeding into itself. Now, of course, we have seen this story play out so many times in historical periods. When things get overstretched to a certain level, there is a bounce back, There is that if you stretch a band, it will bounce back. So there might be a possibility where these large quality names see some correction. Whether it happens 6 months from here, or maybe next month, or maybe tomorrow it starts. We don't know that. The reality is that people need to be cognizant that it is looking overstretched. And when the time comes, they should be ready to pull that trigger, not thinking that, this could continue. And as I said to me, having a flexible mind, overlaying that with discipline in especially from a technical aspect, is what will make you money and save your capital. The two basic tenets that we're trying to achieve.
Aptly said,
Yeah, absolutely.
Fine. So thank you, Shiv. Thanks a lot for the time, and we hope that you are again here the next time, and we again sit in front of the camera and have some catch up again.
Thanks, Rohit. Thanks a lot. Appreciate having you here.